everybody. Happy Monday. I feel like I have a case of the Mondays.
I know. Brenda,
the stream was late because of me.
She was just running back to the studio to grab her phone. She was like, run.
For some reason, I picked this up. This is what we control our teleprompter with, and I brought that in and left my phone in the studio. I feel like I still have weekend brain.
It's okay. It is a Monday. It is what it is. And this morning, we're actually talking about all things Halloween. Well, maybe not all things, but a number of the things associated with Halloween, such as your favorite candy. And the last time we checked, we have a poll up this morning asking people what your favorite candy is. Looks like chocolate. 87% of you are saying chocolate, which I have to agree with.
Absolutely.
That's a great one. And gummies, 10%, hard candy, 3%. You're a big fan of gummies, right?
I like gummies. I like all sweets. I'm addicted to sugar, and I'm kind of off sugar right now, so this is going to be a quieter Halloween. I'm not going to stock it. My boyfriend yesterday said to me as I went to the grocery store, will you get me some jelly beans?
Whoops.
So there's always something. My daughter likes sour candy and gummies. I love Reese's. I love anything chewy and caramely and creamy.
Yeah, and speaking of which, there was a new poll out. I can't remember what the organization was, but it was a candy organization. It's geared toward candy. It said that Oregonians' favorite candy is apparently Reese's or Reese's. I don't know.
No, it's Reese's.
Okay, really? Okay, Reese's.
Do you say
I say Reese's, but I've heard people say Reese's, and I think that's really weird. But I try to accommodate.
Reese's.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Oregonians love Reese's. Washingtonians love saltwater taffy. I can't remember getting saltwater taffy as a kid, like in my trick-or-treating bag.
The only time I get saltwater taffy is when I go to the coast. So I think of like Cannon Beach and Astoria or something like that, and saltwater taffy. That's not my favorite. I will eat it because, again, I like all sugar.
You're right.
But let's see. I'm looking here, and Rodney. Hey, good morning. He says Baby Ruth, which is like a total classic.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Baby Ruth. I like Milky Way. I'll do Snickers. You know, something else, and you're not there yet. You don't have kids, but I was so guilty of this back in the day. I would steal my kids' trick-or-treat candy.
I feel like that's pretty normal, right?
No, I'm sure it is. All the parents I know, Camera J is like doing this behind the lens.
And at the end of the day, you're doing your kids a service, right? You're making them healthier.
Yes,
I may be
the
candy.
Making them healthy and making my backside bigger.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, by the way, Skittles, if you didn't know, is the nationwide favorite. So we talked about Reese's in Oregon. We talked about saltwater taffy in Washington. Nationwide, Skittles is the preferred one, I believe.
So I'm looking on our Facebook feed. Stanford, good morning. We love candy corn, same. And this is where I have to absolutely part ways with your brother. He likes black licorice.
What?
I have never been a fan of black licorice. I love red ropes, but I cannot do black licorice.
No, and
candy corn, 100%.
Yeah, candy corn's good. And people are weighing in on Instagram too. GT Bachelor Smarties. Okay, that's a classic. Smarties.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let me see here. Oh, Kirsty Marie says Reese's and Snickers. Yeah, those are good options too.
I love Twix.
Oh yes,
that's another
love Twix.
And Twix now does peanut butter Twix, and then the caramel they do. You know what else my kids loved back in the day was the Hershey's cookies and cream.
Oh yeah, so it's like the white chocolate, right?
As like, you know, little stocking stuffers. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. There was a time in college where I was just addicted, not good, but addicted to what are those? Gosh, they're Tootsie Rolls. I just ate Tootsie Rolls all the time.
Tootsie Rolls, so Tootsie Pops. I like the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Yes, you mean like the ones that have vanilla and lime, the fruit flavored ones. I think those are underrated. I really like those.
Hey, good morning, Pamela. I love that girl. She is always commenting on Facebook and following us. Clark Bar all the way.
Clark Bar?
Remind me what a Clark Bar is. That's old school. Jay, do you know?
A Clark Bar.
Is it like one of those chewy kind of flat ones, or is that a chocolatey one?
I don't know.
Help me out.
Pamela, let us know what a Clark Bar is. What? Don Paul? Are you seeing this? Black licorice chocolate? I've never heard of black licorice chocolate.
Is it black licorice covered in chocolate?
I don't know, but it might make black licorice better.
Thank you, producer Jess. That is a Clark bar.
There's the Clark bar.
Well, that certainly looks like something that I would eat.
It's hard for me to see what is inside there, but it looks, I mean, it's enrobed in chocolate, so. Oh, okay, so our producer Jess says that it is peanut butter, you said, and peanut butter with chocolate on the outside. It's some sort of crunchy bar. I've got to tell you though, my favorite candy, C's candies, Scotch Mallows.
Love those.
Yes, they're my favorite, my absolute favorite. I mean, not that you would get those on Halloween, but I mean, as an adult, why not buy it for
treat yourself? There are so many things about the candy store that I love.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Lucas also says Smarties. Let's see. Oh, Pamela, you girls are sweeter than any candy. Look at you.
Oh.
How about a Fifth Avenue? That's from Rodney.
What? What is in a Fifth Avenue again?
It's another chocolate nougaty thing.
Oh, okay. And
bar.
then Stanford, is it Necco wafers?
I think it's Necco wafers.
You know what? I can't remember what those taste like. Are those kind of like those old school, like hearts, like, you know,
I wish you could hear our director, Brian. He's like, chalk. It tastes like chalk.
Oh,
yeah, you know, it goes back to that. I love that creamy, you know, caramely something. And Necco wafers, nothing like that.
Okay.
Always pass those over at the candy store.
You know what never gets handed out, but I love? Toffee Fay. Does anybody know what Toffee Fay is?
What is Toffee Fay?
It comes in like it's like Toffi, like Fay. Comes in a box, and they're hazelnuts that have some kind of chewy, I think they're dipped in like caramel chewy stuff, and then they have chocolate on them as well, and they're so underrated because like no one buys them anymore. There you see it.
I love
Toffee Fay.
We have the best crew ever. They're just listening to us and just like Googling the heck.
Yeah.
Big hunks. Melinda, yes, big hunks. That was always hard to chew though. And they're super, like almost like a taffy.
Oh,
and like you just bite down and then it sticks to your molars.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
That you guys are coming up with so many things that I have forgotten about. So thank you. Keep weighing in. Yeah, we've got Facebook going. We've got Instagram. Duhan Huynh. No, never stole my son's candy. My son just goes trick-or-treating for fun. Wow,
you're a better woman than I am because I did. We would keep all the kids' candy in the pantry.
Okay.
But then every time I went downstairs, I would stick my little hand in the bag. What is there? And then when they would finally go down, they're like, what happened to my A, B, or C? And I was like, well, guilty.
The candy monster came and took it away. Sorry.
Terry, good morning. Charleston shoes.
Ooh, those are good. Those are really good.
What is this? What is Jeff talking about? I don't even know how to say that.
Toblerone. He's talking about Toblerone. You know those triangular chocolates that have nougat in them? They're made in Switzerland, right?
Ooh,
I think.
Fancy.
Yeah, they're made in Europe somewhere.
Love that.
Ooh, oh hey, Dennis. Dennis just said saltwater taffy. Dennis, by chance, do you live in Washington? Because that is where apparently saltwater taffy is the favorite amongst people as Washingtonians.
I totally do know that. I've never bought a Toblerone, but they're showing that. You know, I just saw another one that made me think.
Charleston
Bit of honey. Oh, Jeff, I'm with you. I love bit of honey.
I don't think, is it just little chunks of honey or something in chocolate?
No, it's like, yeah, they're talking
honey.
To us in it. Exactly, and it is tasty.
Huh.
No, yes. That's what I said. I'm addicted to sugar.
Camera J just said, is there anything you don't like?
I don't like licorice. I don't like Necco wafers. There are two things that I don't like. Most of it I do, unfortunately. My God. Let's see.
Let me see. I don't think black licorice, that's just the only one for me that I don't like. That's about it.
What else were we talking about? There was something else that I wanted to bring up.
Costumes? Are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, we've got costumes, but
unless you're talking about candy still.
No. It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
So yes, so we've just spent a ton of time talking about candy because who doesn't love it, right? And everyone's been weighing in. Keep weighing in. Another thing is costumes. Have you gotten your costume yet? Have you gone to like a Halloween party this weekend? Have you dressed up?
We are so lame, but you do have a costume. Tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so I decided my boyfriend and I will be peanut butter and jelly. So I got this costume where they're like big pieces of bread. And on one side it's peanut butter and on the other side it's jelly. So I'll just have him wear one of those and then I'll wear the other. And then when we hug, we'll be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And you didn't go to a party this weekend? You're saving it for this week?
Yeah, I'm celebrating. Wait, it's Thursday, right? So we're celebrating with some friends on Wednesday. Nothing too crazy, but we wanted to still dress up and have a little bit of fun. Did you do anything this Halloween? Are you dressing up at all?
No, I went to the grocery store and got some pumpkins. I haven't carved them yet. I am so
but you
look at
dressed
that.
up in the past. Look at that.
Yeah, 1 year.
What, Brenda? Those teeth.
No, that was one of the most fun experiences.
Oh, and that's, you know what? I did that myself.
So cute.
That face painting I did myself. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that one.
Robin.
Yeah, Robin. So that was a fun year. I love dressing up. But you know what? I don't normally like do anything too crazy. Yeah, my minion self. That one I actually got on Amazon Prime Now, day that I needed it. It was delivered to me like in an hour or two.
That's perfect.
And it was like $15, maybe. I think it was less than $15.
So that great makeup job. One year I was in Fright Town. They had this old warehouse where the SWAT guys were going in, and there was some demon theme.
Okay.
And they wanted me to play a reporter who was in this vignette. So as you went through the line of the haunted house, you would see a television screen, and it would be me on doing reporting. And then one of the demons actually attacked me and turned me into that. So there's a prosthetic on my forehead. The gal who did it, I think she whipped that together in probably a little over an hour.
What?
She was amazing.
Wow.
And they spray paint you with this little airbrush.
So well.
It was so much fun.
We're talking about costumes, Rod.
Sorry.
Have you? Yes. Are you a dresser-upper?
I mean, I've gone. Generally, I'm the person that's like, what a hassle that is. But,
Wah, wah.
but I've gone to some costume parties over the years where you have to, plan ahead and get dressed up.
Okay.
So that crazy one where I was an Egyptian something or other, had the wig on, and my son, he was probably in junior high school, whatever. He was upstairs with his friends in his bedroom, and I didn't tell him that I was going out or doing anything, and I just walked in, and he jumped back about 3 paces.
Oh, you're all, yeah.
With that wig, that is just hilarious.
My gosh.
That is funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, by the
Stanford
way.
says I'm going as Drew Carney, and my wife is going as Ms. Braxton.
Oh my gosh, that's a good plan, Stanford.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks Rodney, thanks Jeff. They're telling us great costumes.
I also get a whole raft of crap in my house for the way that I carve pumpkins.
Wait, what do you do?
They don't like the way you carve pumpkins?
So mine is on the right, and every year, as long as I've been able to wield a knife and carve, I do the same little 3 triangles with that mouth.
That's old school. It's old school.
There's mine on the left. You always know mine.
A classic.
Oh, that's very classic.
It looks great.
My love, Jeff, says, oh my gosh. So he did It. You remember the balloon on the side, the clown It? And then, he just does whatever, something strange. But I go classic. I am a traditionalist.
That's good. If you're good at something,
I like it.
Why stop?
Mello said Rod is the news team pumpkin.
That's a good thing, Rod.
I just cute little cheeks.
I get it. It's time for Rod to cut back on the gravy.
No,
I get it.
No, keep going
You're a
with
little
that
pumpkin,
gravy.
like our little peach, our little something.
So I don't have to cut back on the gravy. Thank goodness.
Ms. Mamamo, series of unfortunate events, the orphans. I think they're going to go with the orphans, she says.
I like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to read Jenny's. I haven't made it. Hey, good morning, by the way, Jenny. Went on a first date, totally no costume, had no idea, but wore a wool coat, and people thought I was Nancy Reagan.
What? That is so
wool
random.
cut. That's all it takes.
Totally. That's funny.
All right.
That's interesting. Rod, have you had a costume that you can talk about that has been a memorable one?
I mean, I had the Bugs Bunny one year. That was fun. That wasn't anything fancy. I bought it, the onesie Bugs Bunny thing. But I enjoyed that, walking around with the big ears and everything. And then there were some other costumes that the reason they were fun, I can't talk about. You could talk about it 20 years ago. You can't talk about it today. Boy, that's a shame.
Now people are just like, oh, well, were they? What were they?
Oh, I
Gosh.
just have to go back to our other topic super quick because I'm just
the candy? Is that what you're talking about?
Stream. Yeah. So Phyllis says, my mother always stole our Hershey's bars. They would end up in a bowl just for her, and we knew better than to eat them. I like that. We would also hover over the kids because we would let them eat their candy, at least some of it, the night of Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we would be like right there, is there anything you don't want? Right?
And then you would take it.
Well, they would give it to us.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
then later when we stashed them, then we would just
I mean, I
take
don't
them.
think you get so much candy. I don't think Natasha has ever finished all of her candy.
Right.
Yeah.
That she gets. My memories tell me when I was a kid, and we would literally come home with my brother and myself with pillowcases absolutely stuffed to the rim.
Yes.
And my memory says, for the most part, by golly, we ate everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
We'd
and
give it a
I
go.
think so.
It's like by the time December hit, did you have much left at all, or did you?
December.
How about
my
November 1st?
Oh, sorry.
I'm
the next October.
A week
the next,
to 10
the whole
days, something
year.
like that. It was gone.
Are you serious?
No, then you
Oh
have
my
to
God.
chuck
That's
it.
why I'm the pumpkin.
I made it last all year. I would remember that. I actually like divvied things out just so I could eat it all year.
Okay, Jeff Lucas, you make me laugh. I wore a bright yellow hoodie and sweats, ran over it with my car, and put tire tracks on it. Speed bump.
That's not bad.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I like that. Bravo.
That's really good. I like that too.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
Rodney Prowse says Rod has an awesome name.
Yeah, that's
So-
very true. We
Yeah,
share.
maybe if
We
you'd
share.
like, maybe
The Rod
dress up as
twins.
Rod. Somebody already said they were going to dress up as you, Drew, and now somebody could dress up as Rod.
So on Wednesday, you guys, you said that you were going out dancing, is that right?
Well, yeah, I do West Coast swing dancing, and so we might do a little bit of dancing, but I'm not about to like go too crazy with it because I'm pretty sure I work the next day.
What do you do? Costume?
So-
I mean, I used to, when I ballroom danced, we always had costume dance parties, which was fun.
Yeah.
And I would get danced up for those. You go to any
What, like-
dress up costume parties for dance or no?
Yeah, well, that's what this is.
So you
This
will be-
one is
what are you
on
gonna be? Can
Wednesday.
you tell us?
Oh, yeah. So we
I
covered
missed it, I guess.
it before Rod came, but I'm going to be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with my boyfriend. So I have a piece of bread. Like not a real one, obviously a giant piece of bread that I'll be wearing with like peanut butter on it, and then he'll have the other side of it with jelly. So that, you know, when we hug, we'll be peanut butter and jelly.
I was going to say, you have to come together to make the sandwich.
Yes, I know.
That's the idea.
In a PG way, Rod. In a PG
A little
way.
risque.
Yeah, don't go there. So have you voted yet on our KGW poll? You should call up the app and get on there and vote if you haven't yet, because we're asking about your favorite Halloween candy.
Chocolate, killing it.
87%. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I do know a few
Killing it.
people who don't like chocolate.
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
not
that's
close
true.
friends.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate, but most of the stuff you get for Halloween is milk chocolate,
chocolate.
right? Most of it, the candy bars, the Hershey bars, all the type of stuff. I love all that.
Let me flip the script. So what is your least favorite candy? Because I do remember people handing out raisins.
What? Oh my God, you're totally right.
Yes,
I like
and
raisins.
I hated that,
Right.
not as a kid
Those
though.
were not the good houses.
No, I've always
Not-
liked raisins. I've always
your
liked
Halloween
raisins.
bag?
Yeah,
yes, I've
in
always
that
liked
pillowcase?
raisins. We get the little sun-kissed boxes.
So when
way
you
back
got
then.
Hated
those,
those.
you'd be like, yes.
What was
I
that?
ate it. I'm not a tart person. Like the sweet tarts, anything that's tart,
Oh, okay.
that's not me.
Okay.
So those I would pull out of the bag and basically go in the trash.
The
can.
ones that I didn't like as a kid getting are those, you know, when you go to a restaurant, sometimes they have those strawberry candies. Like they look like the strawberry
yeah, yeah.
wrappers.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, I want something better, like a Twix.
Yeah.
They're free.
I know, I should have just
Oh
been
my
grateful.
gosh.
But of course, I was like, no, not liking these
I
strawberry
did
things.
absolutely love the popcorn balls that for safety reasons people just stopped making and
Oh,
handing
people
out.
used to
Popcorn.
do that.
Oh.
But as
They'd
I was
make
a
homemade treats.
Yeah, my parents would kind of look at them and tell us to, be careful with them. But I love those things. The old-fashioned popcorn balls that people would make homemade from scratch. Loved them, loved them.
No, that is a classic, but I never liked just that light Caro syrup stuff that you put on them.
Yeah.
Now you give me a caramel corn
Oh,
little
yes,
ball.
very much.
I'm all over that. But I forgot about popcorn balls.
Yeah.
My
They don't
mom
do that
loved those.
anymore. I don't really like Warheads. Does anybody remember those?
I do. What
They're-
was that?
Really? Jess, our producer, loves Warheads. I
Warheads.
just think they're so sour. They're like the super sour ones, and then they become sweet after you're done with all the sour.
yeah.
They're just really, really sour on the outside.
Melinda says she's going as a unicorn at work with the big unicorn head.
Oh my gosh.
I like it.
How will you get anything done?
Oh, and Ginny says she doesn't like all the hard taffies. She wants her candy easy to eat. Like easy to eat as in like it.
As shoveling it in, like in a stream. I got you, girl.
And yeah, gosh, 89% now. People saying that is the type of candy that they love, their favorite. Gummies, I'm surprised that those are trailing by so much, 9%. I love gummies, especially chocolate-covered gummies. Yeah? No?
Do they have chocolate? I've never seen a chocolate.
I don't know that I like to mix those two
Chocolate-covered
things.
gummy bears are like the best.
No, I do like Swedish fish though.
Oh, Swedish fish, yes. And Brian says, our director says, yeah, they are. The chocolate-covered gummies are really good.
Oh my gosh.
And Swedish fish.
Pamela doesn't like apples?
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
I don't know. She says don't like apples.
I wonder if that's what she doesn't want in her for Halloween.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want that either. Again, bobbing for apples, that used to be a thing. That
That
was
used to be a
before my
thing. We used to
time,
do
though.
that. Yeah, you can't do that now. It's pretty disgusting. You think about it.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a sugar coma just talking about all
I
this
know, but I
candy.
got real
need to stop.
excited. I got real because I don't really eat all that candy anymore, so that gets me excited talking about it.
We live vicariously through you.
Yes.
Hope you have a good morning. We'll see you later.
Bye.